You got that yummy, that yummy.
Okay, you guys, so I'm trying to get to the bottom of what Ashanti was really saying when she hopped online and casually reminded the entire internet that yes, she is married, yes, she is a mother, and yes, she is very much running her household with intention, love, and a little bit of playful confidence. This all started with what looked like a simple Sunday dinner post, but y'all already know when it comes to celebrity marriages, especially one as public and long discussed as Ashanti and Nelly, nothing is ever just simple. The moment she posted that spread and wrote Sunday dinner for daddy, people stopped scrolling because words matter, tone matters, and context matters, especially when you're Ashanti, married to Nelly with a 1-year-old son and millions of eyes watching your every move. The receipts are right there in her own words. Ashanti said she was late, but she still made sure Sunday dinner happened. She broke down the menu like she was talking to family. Turkey wings, mac and cheese, asparagus, rice that she forgot, organic pizza for baby KK, sea bass for herself, and then she laughed about not even getting the final photo. That might sound small, but let's be real. This wasn't just a menu, it was a message. This wasn't a staged magazine shoot, it was a lived-in moment. And when she added, "I saved the best for myself," that's when people really started talking. Because some folks read it as playful, others read it as pointed, and others read it as Ashanti saying, "I can take care of mine and still take care of me." Now, let's talk about why this hit so hard. For years, Ashanti's relationship with Nelly was treated like a never-ending will they, won't they storyline. Then they reunited, then they married, then they had a child, and suddenly the narrative had to change. Some fans embraced it, others struggled. So when Ashanti posts herself cooking for her husband and their son, it taps into bigger conversations about gender roles, marriage dynamics, and what modern Black love looks like in the spotlight. It really makes you wonder why a woman feeding her family still sparks debate in 2026. Nelly's response added another layer. He commented, "My wife is getting better daily and her food is great. Short, supportive, and very intentional." He didn't joke it away, he didn't minimize it, he claimed her as his wife publicly and praised her effort. That's not no light work in a culture where celebrity men often stay silent or detached online. That comment told fans this wasn't performative, this was routine, this was normal life for them, and honestly, that's what some people can't stand. Here's where the commentary comes in, because let's be real, some fans celebrated this as wholesome, grown folk energy. Others immediately started projecting their own relationship trauma onto it. You had people saying Ashanti was doing too much, while others said she was doing exactly what she wants. And that's the key difference. She didn't say she was forced. She didn't say she had to. She didn't say Nelly demanded anything. She shared what she chose to do. If this is true, it's very concerning how quickly people turn a woman's personal joy into a debate stage. There were also online whispers allegedly that this post was a subtle clapback to critics who claim Ashanti changed after marriage. And whether that's true or not, it shows how every move she makes gets filtered through public expectation. Ashanti has been in this industry for decades. She knows exactly how the internet moves. She knows how calling Nelly daddy in reference to dinner isn't accidental. That's her standing firm in her identity as a wife and a mother without asking permission. What I also found interesting was how she separated the meals: organic pizza for baby KK, comfort food for Nelly, and sea bass for herself. That's balance. That's not self-neglect. That's not martyrdom. That's a woman saying everybody is taken care of, including me. And that's a message a lot of people need to hear but don't want to accept because it doesn't fit into extremes. It's not submission theater, and it's not hyper-independence either. It's real life. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you see this as Ashanti simply sharing a normal family moment, or do you think she was intentionally reminding people of her position as Nelly's wife and the mother of his child? Do you think the internet overreacts when it comes to married women, especially famous ones, or is this just part of the territory when you live your life publicly? What really stood out to me as this conversation kept unfolding online was how quickly people tried to assign meaning to Ashanti's choices without actually listening to her words. She wasn't preaching, she wasn't giving relationship advice, she wasn't telling women what they should or shouldn't do. She was narrating her own household in real time, and somehow that still made folks uncomfortable. That reaction alone says a lot about where we are culturally, especially when it comes to successful women choosing marriage and motherhood on their own terms. Another layer people glossed over is timing. Ashanti is not in her early 20s navigating love for the first time. She's lived, she's toured, she's made money, she's been burned publicly, and she's circled back to love with intention. So when she talks about cooking for her husband and son, it hits differently. This isn't a woman shrinking herself. This is a woman settling into a chapter she earned. Let's be real, there's a difference between obligation and joy, and her tone leaned heavy toward joy. Nelly's response mattered more than people want to admit. He didn't treat her post like a joke or a flex. He affirmed her growth and appreciated her effort. That type of public affirmation is rare in celebrity marriages, especially in hip-hop spaces where emotional labor is often invisible. It really makes you wonder why people expect Black love to always look like chaos or transactional instead of steady and mutual. I also noticed how Ashanti centered her child without overexposing him. Organic pizza, quick mention, and that's it. No long caption, no performance. That's intentional parenting. She's sharing enough to be human, but not enough to turn her son into content. In a time where celebrity kids are branded before they can walk, that restraint speaks volumes. The "I saved the best for myself" line deserves more attention too. Some people laughed it off, but that was a boundary in one sentence. She fed her husband, she fed her child, and she still prioritized herself. That's not old school submission, and it's not modern detachment either. It's balance. And balance doesn't trend well online because it doesn't give people something extreme to argue about. But moving on to the bigger picture, this moment fits into a pattern we've been seeing with Ashanti lately. She's been very deliberate about how she shows her marriage. No oversharing, no fake perfection, just glimpses. Enough to say, "I'm happy," without turning her relationship into a reality show. That's growth, and honestly, that's protection. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you see this as Ashanti simply sharing a normal family moment, or do you think she was intentionally reminding people of her position as Nelly's wife and the mother of his child? Do you think the internet overreacts when it comes to married women, especially famous ones, or is this just part of the territory when you live your life publicly?